Hello traders, Gary Wagner here at just about 12 noon in Honolulu, 6 o'clock in New York. It is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. We had gold trading negative throughout the evening sessions as it traded into Europe and carried over into New York. The FOMC meeting concluded, and after the question and answer session by Chairman Powell, we saw gold move to the positive. Trading to a higher high than yesterday and a higher low than yesterday. That was partially what prompted our trade alert that we sent out. We'll cover that in detail in terms of our upside target as well as our stop during our technical study section. But first, to the price board. Traders, we had gold trading in the negative throughout the morning prior to the release of the Fed statement and the question and answer period by Jerome Powell. But it was a very delayed reaction. We did see gold start to move into positive territory about a half an hour after he concluded the question and answer session. Currently, we have gold at $17.30.10, putting it up $7.90, about a 0.5% gain. We did send out a trade alert. Market was trading roughly at $17.28. Of course, we'll talk about the trade in detail when we pull up our technical studies. Spot gold also trading higher up on the day, up about 629, 652 right now at 713.27. You can see it's a fairly fast market. Platinum gained 1.75%, 1809.50. Palladium gained 2.3% at 1922. And then silver also gained 1.5% at 15.40 cents, and that was all with some tailwinds from a weaker U.S. dollar, down about 0.3% below 100. That to me is kind of key at 99.62. Let's take a look at our technical studies. Traders, we saw the market down for the better part of the evening session as it traded in Europe. It continued to trade lower as it went into New York. However, after the statement was released by the Federal Reserve and Chairman Powell had a virtual meeting where he answered questions from reporters from various financial news associations, we saw the market begin to trade higher. It is currently fixed at $17.29.30, but the key as far as I am concerned, and the reason we issued a buy signal this morning, was the fact that when we take a look at today's candle, and that is this candle right here, it did close higher, not very much, but that's indicative of a green candle. It had a higher high than the previous day and a higher low. It seems as though the level that we had talked about, which is roughly at 1700, 1701.40 is the 21-day exponential moving average, has held. We're looking at major support down here, but we do have strong support right at the lows of yesterday as well as today, which were almost equal. Traders, we are looking at a short-term 240-minute candlestick chart, which simply means that each candlestick equals 4 hours of trading time. We can see that it was really the last 4 hours in which we saw the market take off. That is this candle right here. I've put in 2 red lines to show levels of minor resistance and minor support. There is some minor resistance at approximately 1730. We're currently at 1729.30, and the high today was 1733.50. And we continue to have strong support at approximately 1700. 1700 has been a benchmark, and we can definitely see that the recent lows that came in were all clustered around a specific price target and point, which is, call it 1708, 1707.90. You can definitely see that cluster of activity in which that particular price point and area held right in here. The last thing that I do want to look at on this chart is the current Elliott wave count. And what it indicates is that we did have a bottom that came in here, the conclusion of the fourth wave. And of course, that was a counter wave or a wave that moved to the downside, which says that we are now in a fifth wave, and our Elliott wave get is forecasting that this wave will take gold higher in terms of a price point. The first price point that it calls for comes in at 1780. You can see that here. And then the second price point comes in at approximately $1,830 per ounce. Therefore, traders, my recommendation is to maintain your current long position, June gold at 1728, with your stop at 1698. This has been Gary Wagner, wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the next daily update and review. Bye-bye.